Good afternoon, everybody. Hello at the back there. If I could just have a moment's silence. Thank you very much, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Ellen Miller, and I am very honoured to be the Chief Executive of SafeLives. Can I say thank you so much to everybody for coming today? Can I say thank you so much for the lovely hospitality and for the support that we continue to receive as a charity? It's hugely appreciated. I was thinking in terms of today how uncomfortable it feels to be talking about celebration, because our work is so far from being done. There are people being harmed every day. There are people here who will be close and dear to many of you who should still be here with us, who are not. And there are people who are living with the after effects. And it is really hard to think about celebration in that context. But I think there are things that we need to celebrate and to embrace. I celebrate and we celebrate the resilience and the power of people who are with us in this fight to end domestic abuse, despite the enormous amount of harm that they have experienced and the pain that they carry. And I celebrate them. I also celebrate the fact that there is listening, and that through the work that we and others do, we are able to start hearing those voices and be accountable to those voices. And most of all, I celebrate action. Because what do we need? We need action to end domestic abuse, and we need to take action together. At SafeLives, we've been here for 21 years, and we will continue to be committed to ending domestic abuse. Our strapline in our next strategy is find what works and help it happen. That's what we've been trying to do in our own unorthodox way since we started 21 years ago, the fabulous Diana Barron and others, and we continue to be the ones who will be there listening to survivors, listening to the families of victims, thinking about it, looking at the numbers, trying to come up with ways to find what works and what help it happens, and how we help it happen. From the initial work that we've done around systems change to the work that we'll be doing in the future, looking at the whole picture of how we collectively together end domestic abuse. So I will say no more, but I will hand over to Ursula, who is one of our fantastic members of the team.
Your Majesty, ladies and gentlemen, as a lived experience trustee and pioneer, I'm delighted to have this chance to say a few words about the development of authentic voice at SafeLives. Authentic voice has been a combination of dialogue and co-creation, and has offered the potential to change not only domestic abuse policy and services, but also the culture in which power imbalances and abuses are located. Part of this dialogue included an immersive presentation by the then Family, Friends and Survivors group to Your Majesty in 2016, after which we wanted to further push the boundaries of survivor-led work, and so the Pioneer Group emerged. Together with Michelle Phillips as Head of Innovation, we developed a Pioneer Manifesto, which we named Authentic Voice. This aimed to avoid the tick box approach to consulting survivors by involving them at the point of design, rather than just recording their feedback on delivery. This concept has flowered, encompassing now staff pioneers, the voices of the Scottish Authentic Voice panel, and the remarkable young changemakers. Together, we are now planting the seeds for change, but we aim to grow a forest. Although small in number, we represent so many unheard voices and unknown experiences. We do this work for the long term, for our children, their children, and for all the people that we will never meet. Our work will always be challenging, and to do it well, we require support, resources, and understanding, but it's a unique partnership worth fighting for. Authentic Voice can reach in, empowering not only individual survivors, but also grassroots and buy-and-for services that are so often the crucibles of expertise born of experience, but who rarely have a seat at the table. We do live with trauma in this space, and that trauma is a reverse alchemy that is capable of spinning the gold in our lives to straw. But I see authentic voice as an agent of healing and justice, and your support for this, Your Majesty, and from all those gathered here, is golden. Thank you.
My name is Maya, and as a change maker at SafeLives, I've had the privilege of working with incredible individuals, survivors, professionals, and advocates who have dedicated themselves to improving the lives of those living with domestic abuse. SafeLives has spent 21 years working towards a future where domestic abuse is not tolerated, where survivors are heard, and where families are safer sooner. But in this work, the scale of the challenge can sometimes feel overwhelming. I therefore want to take a moment to tell a story that has been with SafeLives since the beginning. Once there was a man walking down a deserted beach at dawn. In the distance, he saw a young girl picking up starfish that had been washed ashore. One by one, she threw them back into the water. As the man approached, he asked her what she was doing. She replied, "I'm throwing these starfish back into the ocean. The tide is low, and if I don't throw them back, they'll die from lack of oxygen." The man looked around and shook his head. "But there are thousands of starfish on this beach. You can't possibly save them all. And this is happening on hundreds of beaches up and down the coast. Can't you see that you really can't make a difference?" The girl smiled, bent down, picked up another starfish, and gently tossed it into the sea. Well, it made all the difference to that one. This story is at the heart of SafeLives' work, and for the past 2 decades, every practitioner, IDVA, YUPVA, and outreach worker who has completed training with SafeLives has received a Starfish memento to recognise the impact of their work and the difference they are making. As many in this room will know, this work is difficult. There will always be more to do, more lives to reach, more barriers to break down, but that cannot be a reason to stop, because every time a survivor finds safety, every time a child is protected, and every time a professional intervenes with knowledge and compassion, it makes a difference. Your Majesty, for nearly 5 years, you've been a patron of SafeLives, using your platform to shine a light on domestic abuse and the need for change. Your support has helped reach those who might otherwise be left unheard, like saving those starfish who have been washed ashore and returning them to safety in the water one by one. It is therefore my honour to present you with the SafeLives Starfish Award in recognition of the difference you have made.
You'll be pleased to hear I'm not going to make a speech, but as a very, very proud patron of SafeLives, I just really wanted to thank all of you here for everything you're doing for domestic abuse. Nothing would have happened without you, and SafeLives has contributed so much to domestic abuse. And if it hadn't been for Diana Barron, who I see hiding in there, sitting around her kitchen table, it wouldn't have happened. I certainly wouldn't be here now. And it's just covered so many areas, and it's touched so many people, and it's saved so many lives. I'm literally saved life. And I would not be standing here if it was 10 years ago, and none of you would have been standing here, because we wouldn't have been talking about it. It was a taboo subject, and nobody actually wanted to talk about it. But now, here we are, 10 years later, we've got survivors telling their stories who have been too, years ago they would have been too ashamed to have come forward to tell their tales. But now they'll get up and they'll talk and they'll inspire others to talk. So it's just to say we've come a really long way. So we must go on doing the same things. So all I can say is onwards and upwards, and a very happy 21st birthday to SafeLives. Thank you.
Thank you. Everyone, please look this way. And then everyone to here, please. Thank you. Sorry.
All done. I'll see you. Thank you so much for everything. But we'll share. It'd be lovely to see you. I fondly think of it when you sweetly send me a Christmas card. Yeah. Yeah. Fighting good. Oh, lovely to see you again. No. That's St. Patrick, haven't we? Oh, when I surprised you. No, I watched you. I know, I popped up. Yeah. I know, I thought to myself, what's the nicest thing to do? It's sort of creep up right up here. So how's the Isle of Man? It's not. So hurrying back. Oh, yeah. Are you going back to school? Yeah. In the morning. You're making a trip.
Well, yes, two good things happening.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know. It's all very exciting. Social media.
But what goes on, in fact, I was with SafeLives about how we can bring together the people on question of men and boys and bring it together with domestic abuse and so
there's so much. It's what I would do that meeting at moment as well. Wiltshire, right on.
yeah, absolutely. And I want to catch what she is. Exactly. So I know because there's lots of other stuff going on. I'm keep fighting. Well, with your support.
We're just fighting. Which was said.
Thank you so much.
Lovely. Hello again. It's good.
Being part of the strategy helping to oversee and give oversight to the whole organisation. It's not only an honour, it's an important voice.
I think there's a bit of friendship group.
10 years ago I would never have imagined it. So.
Well,
Sorry to be
Still working away, yes.
so you're,
Yeah, I'm new.
yeah.
I started.
How did they get you on board?
I applied for it. Yeah, they were very nice, very lovely. I think I just gelled with them straight away.
Well, it's so important to have all of you.
All work together. I appreciate your support.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Are you?
Nice to see you. Very well, but also it's so nice having you
It is really nice. It's nice face to face.
back here. Because you are the young generation. As I said,
Yeah, it's really
getting
yeah, definitely really important.
Hello, it's lovely to see you. Hello. Hello.
It's nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
Yeah. Saw each other before. Yeah, it's so nice to be here.
Well, it's lovely to get together for you.
Yeah, absolutely, and celebrate what
Yes, it's fine. Cool. So,
Your Majesty, nice to see you again. I'm good. Yourself?
there we are. Fine, thank you.
Thank you so much for hosting today.
And nice having the sunshine.
Oh, absolutely,
It
yeah.
was beautiful, yes.
I know, it's suddenly got quite warm. It's so cold here.
Yeah.
I'm asking you to like bars.
Oh, no.
Today I said, please open the windows.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful spring day.
Hello, Dawn.
You met in Manchester.
Oh, that's right. And the pictures. Yes. That was very powerful.
Yeah, extremely
Yes, it was. Because you really stopped and looked.
Yeah, the images and the words. Yeah, it was great to have you there as well.
So what are you up to now?
I'm still at SafeLives, I'm still pioneering, and then I'm still, yeah. So I've got Bamboo, which is a buying-informed, small grassroots organisation for women who are experiencing domestic abuse, black and brown within Nottingham and Derby. So still really busy.
You're not going to let go now, are you?
No, I've got
No,
to.
well, that's so. Yeah, people become so passionate. Quite
Yeah,
rightly.
yeah.
Got to keep going.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's lovely to see you
You
again.
too.
I'm Dipty, lovely to meet you.
Hello, nice to see you.
You too. So, I'm a pioneer of SafeLives.
Oh, so how long have you been? Very long.
I'm also a police officer. I've lived it for years. Trying to fight constant change at the moment. I've been doing it 16 years now. And it's incredible.
I know, what do you do?
Shana, well,
Hello, how are
Nice to
you?
meet you again.
Very
Majesty,
nice to
how
see
are you?
I had
Right, thank you.
it was that lovely meeting when Jerry was
Jeremy, he's 2.5 now. The baby in the
Oh,
hospital.
my goodness, yes. My goodness.
So yeah, he's 2.5 now. So he's a big boy.
Quite a hand.
Yeah, absolutely. He's gorgeous. How have you been? Been okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good.
Yes,
Great to
it's
know.
busy. Yeah, we're off to Italy next week to, just
Bit of fun and fun.
No, sadly not here.
Okay.
But you're still beavering away, are you?
Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Shana's a star trustee as well, and she was extremely helpful with the selection of the chair.
Rigorous process.
Very
So
wise interviewing skills.
Oh, how many people did you interview? Interesting.
donating the time.
And the headhunter said to us, chairs, trustees are hard to come by. There's a lot of responsibility for no pay, and not everybody wants to take that on. But they were overwhelmed with
Well, that's so nice.
charity, which is,
Well, I'm sure you picked the right person.
Thank you.
Hello. Another pioneer. How long have you been a pioneer?
So I've been now for 4 years now. I've actually met you before. I gave you a sunflower.
Oh, you did? Yes.
Yeah. The I Am exhibition launch.
That's right, yeah. I remember that.
How are you doing? How's the family doing?
Fine.
Good.
No, it's good.
Nice to see you again.
Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Blair.
And you're
I'm part of the Scottish Authentic Voice panel, so I joined the panel right from day dot, right back at the beginning. It was like 2020. Yeah, the year of the panel, and I've loved every minute of it. It's really helped me get through, I suppose, having women that understand and want to listen, and you feel heard, and I can't imagine where we would be now if we didn't have.
Well, I know.
It's just so the changes that come through. Yeah.
Even at the time I've been involved.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen the difference.
Yeah. I even took time out to have a baby, and I went, because you know your hormones and everything running wild, and I thought I can't do that and be a mum. And then I was like, I need them now more than ever, because everything just comes back. So I went back after a year, and it's been the best thing I could
So
have
how
done.
old is your baby?
She's 2.5.
2.5?
Yeah, she is
Trouble.
wild. Yeah.
Trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks very much for having us.
lovely to see you.
Lovely to meet you.
And Michelle Phillips.
Hello. I'm about 19 years, yeah. So I had the joy of meeting Diana many, many years ago, and that was the beginning of.
This was before.
Just after, yes, yeah. And I was, I sort of created with Hetty and others that event that you came to on 2016.
Rushing around like a rocket. She's 2 and a bit. And I'm up in as a result. How are you? Well, thank you so much for having me here today. And I still think of it as a home. Absolutely. And still the biggest supporter of anything that SafeLives are doing. And you know, I left it in very, very safe hands.
They might